Welcome everybody to the Midnight Hour. I pray that everyone is doing well tonight. Today I want to share a quick reflection, usually earlier than usual, but I had this in my spirit and my heart, and I wanted to share it with everyone. And it's found, and it's based off the song "A Firm Foundation," where the song says, "Rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on you." And it's found in Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7. We're going to go there right now. Matthew chapter 7, beginning in verse 24. Matthew 7:24. And it says, "Therefore everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone else who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash." We understand this, that in essence, both of these, you could put both of these builders or architects, whatever you want to call it, both of them literally built the same house. The only difference that Jesus tells us here, it was the foundation. You could imagine it was probably the same size, the same style, the same color. This maybe had 1 floor, 2 floors, 3 floors. They're pretty much similar houses, but the foundations were different. Because one man was wise enough to build his foundation on the rock, which is Jesus Christ. One man built his house on firm foundation. The sand is not firm foundation. It appears to be firm foundation. If you look at it from afar, that's solid, but it's not solid. We all know how sand can be, especially when the storms come, when the rain, when the water hits it. The sand is super unstable. And a lot of times our lives are constantly being battered, constantly going through battles, through storms. And a lot of times we feel like we're losing because we haven't built our lives, our spiritual lives, our foundations are not upon the rock, which is Jesus Christ. And so we feel that we're always losing. And it's a lot of times we say, "Lord, I serve you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I'm seeking you." But where's our foundation? Where is it that we have placed our foundation? Is it on the rock? Is it on firm foundation? Is it on solid ground? Or is it on sand? Is it on a foundation that cannot withstand the storm? Because it says there, a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But then there was a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash. It was a foundation. It was where we decided to lay our foundation. Is my foundation based on the Bible? Is my foundation based on the spiritual sense found on the rock that is Jesus Christ? Or is my foundation found on what I think is right, on what I like, on where I choose to be. That's the difference. That's the lone difference in that story that we found in Matthew 7. Was where did where did the wise man place his foundation? And where did the foolish man place his foundation? Because the wise man, if we are like the wise man, we should be like the wise man. But the wise man, he can sing that song. Rain came, winds blew, but my house was built on you. But my house is a firm foundation. Because a lot of times you think of it, we say, Lord, I'm going through the storms, but we're still here. Lord, I've been through so much, but you're still here. Lord, I fell down so many times, but you're still alive. Lord, when will it end? But you're still breathing. You're still living. You still have hope. You still have Jesus. You still have the firm foundation. And you say, Lord, the rains came, the winds blew. But my house was built on you. The firm foundation. And because we are placed on the firm foundation, it doesn't mean storms won't come. It doesn't mean the rains won't come. The battles won't come. It don't mean because you and I are on the firm foundation that the enemy will not attack us. That we will not suffer battles. We will not fall down. We will not be wounded. We will not cry. It doesn't mean that. But it means that on the firm foundation, you will always be safe. You will always have that refuge. You will always have that strong tower. You won't fall away. The waters won't take you away. The storms won't drown you. The winds won't knock you down permanently. All it means is that me and you are on firm foundation. Me and you are on solid ground. And because we are on solid ground, me and you can withstand the battle. Because we are on firm foundation, we can overcome the storm. Because we are on firm foundation, the winds will blow, the rains will fall, the storms may come, the battles will ensue. The attacks are coming. But because we are on a firm foundation, we remain in Jesus Christ. We remain in his hands. We remain in his presence. And he is with us. That is the wise choice, is to build your foundation upon the rock, which is Jesus Christ. The foolish choice is to build your foundation wherever you feel like you want to put it. You put your foundation in people. Some of us put your foundation in money, in possessions, in fame, in recognition. God bless you, Manana. God bless you. Some of you put your foundation in your company, in your school, in your best friend, in your teachers, in your workers, in your co-workers. And there can only be one foundation, my brother, my sister. There can only be one foundation. That is the rock, that is Jesus Christ. All other ground is sinking. It's sinking. All of the ground will perish. All of the ground will go away. All of the ground, and that's the key right there. That's the one key you see. The one key you see there is simple. The one key you see there is that they both will go through storms. Both houses will go through storms, but only one will remain. Only one house will remain, will withstand the storms. They both go through storms. When we serve God and when we don't serve God, we go through storms, but only one will remain. Place your foundation upon the rock, and God will never fail you. God bless you. I love you guys. Good night.